do you feel when the nights are lonely? Are you baby sitting there crying and blue? Oh, how I wish I was your one and only. Then I could be placing my kisses on you, and you would see just what I was thinking. I can't deny what is on my mind. Oh, baby, I'm so ready to go. What about you? We would sit by an open fire. Maybe we could tackle that bottle of wine. I would satisfy your heart's desire. Honey, I got nothing but plenty of time. So baby, I really gotta know, is it a yes or is it a no? Oh baby, I'm so ready to go. What about you? How do you feel when the nights get longer? How do you feel when the nights get cold? All you gotta do is to come on over. I'll be waiting here for your arms to hold. You know there ain't no sense in being alone. Can't have no fun when you're on your own.
Well, folks, you are joining us in the music room this evening, this Monday evening, and it was without no further ado. I have a great friend that has become a great supporter, and I became an absolutely manic fan of Mary Hoey. Mary, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on this evening. How are you, my dear? How's things?
I'm very good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really, 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 really appreciative. Thank you so much.
No, definitely not. So I've been listening bits and pieces of you. Obviously your Facebook Live and different songs and stuff, different releases. And I said I definitely have to get her on. And I sent you a wee message, and straight off the bat, you were, of course, you had no bar at all. And what else can you expect from a Collie Hannah woman? So, Mary, enough of my talking. Give us an introduction as to who Mary Hoey is, where did it all start, and would take her from there.
Right. Well, I started singing with my parents whenever. Sorry, I am getting my daughter's trying to call me here, and I keep deleting her. um, yeah. Yeah, I started singing whenever I was about 9 years old whenever I started singing with my parents, and just doing all the pubs, and we done weddings and clubs and bars, and and all that sort of stuff, and it was fantastic. I actually used to play keyboard, so I did whenever
Oh,
I was small,
fantastic.
but I wasn't very good now, but but like I would have concentrate more on my singing rather than playing. So the playing part never really interested me as much as the singing did. Um, and then I started writing. I started writing poetry actually whenever I was a teenager, little love notes and things like that, as you do. And
I'm passing them over the
eventually
tables and
have
everything like that.
what's that?
Passing them over the tables and all them wee
Oh,
love notes and
but I actually have a couple of poems published over in England. So, but then again, whenever like any poem could be made into a song, it just needs,
yeah.
a tune to it. You know what I mean? So, a few years after that, then I started, writing my own stuff, and started, taking my tracks out and just going around all the bars on my own. One woman show.
Oh, and no better woman for the show to do.
Hopefully.
So Mary obviously started off at the age of 9,
Yeah.
obviously in the parents' band. That obviously then was, you were brought up on the knee. It was, music was in the household then.
Yeah,
After
definitely.
obviously being doing the pubs and the clubs and everything like that, where did it go from there then?
Well, like I was out doing well, I left my parents. I left them, and I got married, and kids and all. So the music was put on the back burner for
Yeah.
a few years, and then I went back out on my own. I went back out with my parents actually, and then they didn't really have the interest in it as I had. So we made the decision then that I would go out with backing tracks on my own, and I did, and loved it. It's tough. It's very, very tough. It's a very tough road whenever you're doing it on your own, and you're trying to be noticed and recognized and really listened to, I suppose, And so then And then COVID hit, and then everything was put a stop to in COVID.
You're in high demand tonight.
Oh, I know. I actually downloaded a little. She's 9, and but on her little tablet, I've downloaded a kids version of Messenger. It's called Zulu.
Oh,
So she thinks she's really, really cool, because she can message me and video chat me now anytime she wants, because she's not here
oh
with me
God,
at the
love
minute.
her.
Yeah. So, but she thinks she's all grown up now because she's got her own little messenger. But anyway, whenever COVID hit then and I couldn't go out gigging, that's when I started focusing on Facebook. I
Yeah.
just started posting videos of myself just in the house singing, and the response was amazing. I actually have a lot of American friends. I don't call them followers
Friends.
and I don't call them fans, because I'm not worthy of having fans. I have friends. So I do. So I have a lot of American friends who listen to my music, and they're very supportive, and they've been with me from the get-go, you know. And but that's basically where the whole Facebook thing started. I started posting on Facebook, and I have Facebook tortured. So I do. I go live like all the time.
What? And but Mary, it's enjoyable. It's
I hope
really, really
so.
enjoyable, and the repertoire of music that you're doing, and the interaction that you have with the customers or your audience or whatever, wherever
Mm,
you're in, whether it be a club or wherever it would be, is absolutely fantastic. And it's
yeah.
building that down to earth rapport that
Yeah.
goes
Yeah.
is basically your backbone. So with the music, has the music changed over the years then, Mary? Was it
It
always going to
has.
be
Yeah, it has, because I would be more American country. Um, and
can't beat it? Can't beat it.
yeah, definitely. But I like the traditional country.
Yeah.
Like I'm a big, huge, massive fan of Keith Whitley. Now, Keith Whitley is my number one. But like I love Merle Haggard, I love George Jones, I love Charlie
Loretta
Pride.
Lynn.
My female singer would be Tammy Wynette. I love Tammy Wynette. So I love that, all of that stuff. I'm not overly keen on the new pop country.
No,
It's just not for me. Do you know what I mean? It's not who I am. You know, I like
the sorry, Mary.
I like the country songs where you literally where there's it's like real life. There's a story behind each song. And you can feel it. Like I know some of the Keith Whitley songs, like you can feel it. You know what I mean, within yourself. And that's what I like. That's what I like.
And what I find with the original country, if you want to call it that way, the likes of Conway Twitty, the likes of Merle Haggard, the
Mm.
likes of Hank Williams, or even Jim Reeves, is that there's a
Yeah.
story behind
Oh
each
yeah.
of the songs, and they take you from the very outset of it, whether it be of love or whether it be of heartbreak,
Yeah.
and it brings you and transitions you right through to the
Exactly.
end, and
And
you
you
sit back
can
and go,
there's
"Ah,
always there's always a country song that you're going to relate to, and there's always going to be like every country song you're going to go, oh, that gosh, that reminds me of that relationship, or that reminds me of that relationship. It like it's all relatable. Do you know what I mean?
and the artists coming up now are absolutely fantastic. They
Yeah.
absolutely are, and there's no point saying anything different. But the backbone of the country music, whether it be traditional American country or whether it be Irish country, is basically built on the blocks of the greats that's
Oh,
went before.
absolutely. Definitely. Absolutely. Like there's not one Irish country singer that isn't going to mention the likes of George Jones or Merle Haggard or Hank Williams or Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton would be the big one, I
Yeah,
suppose, especially with the female artists. But there's not one country singer in this country that isn't going to mention one of them original singers, them
and
the
and
ones
and,
that just
and that
set
brings
down
me on
the
then.
David.
Exactly, and that brings me on then, obviously, then into the next point is that was the musical influence. Was that what you were doing? Was that what your mum and dad was doing at the age of 9, or were they doing something different, or was it always
No,
country through the whole
no,
way?
it was always country, always country. It was, yeah, always country. So, and
And
I can't sway from that, because
no,
that's just who I am, and I make no apologies
never
for
stray
that.
from it. No,
No.
there's definitely no point at all. So, Mary, enough of me rambling on here, enough of me talking about rambling on, but your rambling boy
Oh
on
God.
the room the other night, and yeah, it is going really, really well.
Oh,
So, Mary, I am going to hand the limelight over to you, and are
okay.
you going to give us a couple of songs then?
I can do. What would you like to hear?
You're the artist. You
Uh,
choose. It's entirely up to yourself.
all right. Well, this I actually done a piano session version of this. It's up on my Facebook and it's up on my YouTube as well. It's I done it with Enda Dempsey. He's the guitar player for Derek Ryan. He's an amazing guitar player, and also a very, very, very talented piano player because he played the piano on the video to this, and it is Chris Christopherson's "For the Good Times."
Absolutely
Okay.
perfect.
All
Take it
right.
away there, Mary.
Don't look so sad. I know it's over, but life goes on, and this whole world just keeps on turning. Let's be glad we had some time to stay together. There's no need to watch the bridges that drift in. Lay your head upon my pillow. Hold you warm and tenderly close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing softly against the window, and make me love you one more time for the good times. I'll get along. You find another, and I'll be here if you should find really me. Don't say a word about tomorrow or forever. There'll be times sad when you be good. Lay your head on my pillow. Hold you warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing softly against the window, and make believe you love me one more time for the good times, for the good times.
Absolutely perfect.
Oh, sorry,
Absolutely.
excuse me. Sorry. My laptop's playing on. So
Oh,
sorry.
it's controlling this. It's working away. So,
Sorry.
Mary, obviously, things sort of went from the clubs and everything like that. Where have you been, and what's been the most memorable experience you've had when you've been out since obviously the family and the marriage and the kids
Uh-huh.
and the priorities of life once they have taken over, and then you
Yeah.
went back to the music.
Yeah. Well, I was actually very fortunate enough. I was asked to do the Glortira show. It's on
Yeah,
TG Capper. It's a Irish country music talent show. And I was the Sheeran family band were my mentors, and it was amazing. It was the best experience ever. And I was very, very fortunate to have the opportunity to sing one of my own songs on that show.
it's like,
And that makes me very proud because, like, I don't know how many people watch that show, but like, I got to sing my own song live on TV. And because it was during COVID, we weren't allowed to have any, there was no audience there, you know, so it was a little bit more difficult, I assume, because you didn't have any feedback or any atmosphere of having an audience there. You know, it was
yeah.
just you and cameras and lights, you know. I loved it. It was absolutely amazing. Don't get me wrong, but I'm very, very fortunate that I've gotten to sing my own song live on TV. And then also Hugh O'Brien, from Hot Country TV has he's given me an amazing opportunity as well to present my own American country TV show on Sky TV. So I done 9 shows of that. It finished up a few weeks back. I done 9 shows. It's all up on the Hot Country um website. It's all up there. You can, you
Oh,
know, you
perfect.
can watch it at any time. And so I'm hoping to go back there in October time for maybe another season. So that was fantastic. I loved it. Like, you know, it was brilliant.
And what did you do with that then, Mary? Were you all over the place, or were
Oh, no, 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 no. It was just me presenting a TV show, you know, where, you know, with videos, you know,
yeah?
American country music videos.
And you
So,
were in
but
your element,
what's that?
and you were in your element.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. Yeah, it's fantastic. But it.
And it's always good, and it's like, as I said to you at the very start, the music scene at the moment is absolutely so vibrant,
Yeah,
but everyone is so supportive of each other. There
yeah.
is some that you'll get, but
You do need to
like,
be though.
yeah, because
You
everyone
need
knows
to
how
be.
hard it is.
Absolutely, yeah. And like, there's no point in trying to outdo somebody or try and drag somebody else down because it's not going to do you any favors. You know, you need to be supportive and hold each other up and you know, like just be there. You know, just encourage and help and be supportive of everybody because it's a tough gig. It's very, very
It is.
tough.
It
Yeah,
is. And sadly, most of the time, unless it's a paid, like, concert or an audience or stuff like that, the ones that you're listening to in the pubs are very unappreciative. And that's the problem. And you have to try
yeah,
and get that mindset through this. You're doing it because you enjoy it, and you're playing to 90% of people who do enjoy it.
yeah.
But
But
just keep on
there,
going.
I mean, there has been places like where, like we've all done it. We've all done the bars and the clubs and the pubs and all, and you have like 5 or 6 people at the bar, and they're just there for their pints and their, you
Yeah.
know, their drink, like, and you sometimes a jukebox in the corner probably would be equally as good, you know, but I know with me. I don't care if there's one in the bar or if there's 100 in the bar. I'm going to do what I need to do, and I'm passionate whenever I sing, you know, and I'm very passionate with my music, you know.
And that is definitely one thing, because see, when you're sitting there, the next thing was you're watching something, and the next thing was Mary Hoey's live, and you're like, oh, I'll go on and see what's going on. And you're interacting, you're bantering, you're cracking away, and it is really getting the people in. So it is. And
Yeah,
we did have Karen McGillan on a couple of weeks ago, and Mary,
yeah,
and Karen said something to me that really resonated and really sort of, dare I say it, pissed me off. Okay.
okay, right,
And what it was that when she went to the bars, because she was a female artist, they sort
yeah,
of treated her in a different way. to
Yeah.
to a male artist, okay?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that really angered me. And me and Cara had many conversation after it. Have you ever experienced that sort of stigma
Mhm.
when going into places?
Yeah. It's almost like there's a lot of I have heard that there is a couple of places that will only have men entertainers. I don't know why, but like I do know that see, I don't really you know shoot myself in the foot here, by saying things.
Your wee mic's going there,
But
sorry.
I do believe that women in this business are not getting they don't get the support that they deserve.
Okay.
And I do believe that whenever it comes to dances and things like that, like the men folk are going to get a big crowd in. Do you get me?
Mm-hmm.
But I find that the women singers aren't going to get as big a crowd because there's a lot of jealousy.
Right. Okay.
Do you get
And you,
what I'm saying?
yeah, I get what you're saying, and that as I said, it really resonated with me. And I came off the interview, and I was like, "That
Yeah,
can't be. That's not right in this day and age, and definitely not." Put it this
yeah,
way: if the likes of say me who can't sing, being a man, right,
okay,
and then you have the likes of yourself, or the likes of say someone who's made it big, like Tammy Wynette or Dolly, okay,
uh-huh.
when they were starting out, and I was getting all the gigs, but yet of all, Dolly was as excellent, like yourself. They're missing out on that, and no female artist should ever feel that they're beneath any man.
I know,
Definitely not.
but I completely understand. Do you know what I would love? I would love if and I think it would be very beneficial to all the female singers in this country if they had like a girls' night, like where there was maybe 10, 15 female artists, you know, no
Okay.
men, just all female artists. I think that would be a wonderful night out. Do you know what I mean? But like, I don't know. I don't know. It's it's a tough one to call for female
Well, put it
artists.
this way.
It's very tough.
I'm putting my cards in I'm putting my cards on the table.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to shoot myself in the foot, and I don't want to get into any trouble.
No, no. But if
Okay.
we can arrange something for the
Okay.
new year
Okay.
as the music room, okay,
Okay.
with a night of female artists,
Right.
would you be on for it?
Absolutely. Of course I would.
Right. Now that's going to have to go into the diary. But no, leave it with me. And if we can do it, and we get the support of the people who follow yourself and the other artists to have a ladies' night of crack and banter and music and an appreciation night will be absolutely
Absolutely.
perfect.
Definitely. Because, you know, um, I've got, I'm married and I've got kids, but I have a voice and I've got something to say, and I write my songs and I know that my songs can touch another woman. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I don't want that woman to feel, sort of to push me to one side because I'm a girl. I want her to kind of embrace me and embrace the song that I'm singing because I've been where you are. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to interact.
Yeah.
Am I making any sense?
No, you're making a total pile of sense. Who you are. What you're saying is that I am me. Respect me for me. My
Yeah.
song is as good as any man singing it. My song has a story to tell, and
Yeah.
I will tell that story whether you like it or not, because I'm Mary Hoey and I'm singing it,
Yeah.
and that is basically it.
Yeah.
And we're brilliant feedback coming through here this evening. I mean, I don't know if you can see the comments coming through,
No, I can't see anything.
but we have Seamus Fitzsimmons or Fitzsimons.
Oh,
this
Hello.
evening. And it's great to see you. And Seamus, we have the great Stevie McVeigh.
Hi,
Absolute
Stevie.
Stevie's good crack, so he is. And Stevie's just touched there on, I think the music is you sing is the best to your ability, nothing to do with male or female. Just get her done, and that's a musician as a musician. And Stevie couldn't put it better. Just
Yeah.
be yourself, and as long as you enjoy it. And it's good to see Kevin Byrne in this evening there from Celtic
Hi,
Country as
Kevin.
well. So, and my mother is watching, and
Oh,
and you
hello.
find rightly that there would have to be a comment about a certain piece of headwear you're wearing.
Oh,
My
do
mother,
you get CIS?
she is fanatic of NCIS, and she has actually asked, Helen White has asked, where did you get your hat?
Oh, I got it online. So I
Right?
did. And it's embroidered as well. It's all embroidered. So it's not like, the sticky one. It's actually proper NCIS hat. Ask her, who's her favorite? Who's her favorite? Because mine's Gibbs. I love Gibbs. He's the
Oh yeah.
best.
Now,
Oh,
when it was on, Gibbs was her favorite, but
yeah.
she also liked the what do you call the girl with the black hair, the pathologist?
Oh gosh. Abby.
Abby. Yes. So
Yeah.
absolutely brilliant. And Tom Ousley is Uncle Tom's in to see as well.
Well, hello, Tom. How are you?
Yeah, Uncle Tom is in. So
Tom is such a sweetheart. Tom, every night that I go live, Tom is always there and he's always sharing and he's just such a sweetheart. And I love Tom to bits. And I pray that someday we'll get to meet in person because he's such a gem. He really is. He's amazing. Hi Tom, how are you? Mwah.
and it's
And
really
I
good to
always
see
give him
you.
a kiss. Every night that I'm going live, he always asks me for a kiss. So I always give him a kiss. So mwah. There you go, Tom.
Stick your face over there, Tom. She'll give you a big kiss in the cheek there, boy. Go on there, go on, you boy, oh yeah. So what we'll do, Mary, is obviously if it wasn't for the music, okay, what you be doing?
Oh gosh. I could talk the leg of a stool. And I
Best
always
way.
try to and I always try to make people smile and feel good about themselves. So I would probably although I don't have very thick skin, so I would probably take everybody else's problems home with me. But I would, if I wasn't in music, I would probably be I don't know, uh, just try and build your confidence, try and make you feel good about yourself. That would kind of be who I would be.
And careers wise, what would you wanted to do?
No, I don't have an answer for that because I was just always
Always
the
music.
same. Yeah.
And that's what you brought it up from.
Hmm.
And obviously you have sung here, there, and everywhere.
Hmm.
What has been the best advice that you've been given over them years then? Yeah.
Um, well, the best advice that I've ever been given is the advice that you would just give to anybody in any situation or in any job opportunity or anything that anybody wanted to do would be just don't give up. If you believe in yourself and you think that you're good enough, and then why give up? You just keep pushing and keep going. And like I said, it's a self-belief. If you believe that you're good enough, then just keep going.
Yeah.
And somebody is always going to say no to you. Like, goodness me, the amount of times, no, you just have to keep going. That's just the way it
And,
is.
just motor on, as the man says, and push
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah.
So
Keep
it is.
going and keep
Get,
smiling. Keep smiling. Don't ever let it get you down.
no, and that's why I sort of wanted to do the room is just basically you've really hit the nail on the head there. Is that regardless of where people is on their journey, whether they're starting out or whether they're selling albums left, right, and center, is that just keep on going. There's an audience out there. If we can support you in any way and promote you, we definitely will. And to be honest with yourself, from starting what a mere 3 months ago to where we're sitting now, we never
Yeah,
thought that we would have had the support of where we're at. We
that's
never thought
brilliant.
we thought we'd maybe been Newry, South Armagh, mid Ulster, never thought would be hitting into Donegal, never mind
Yeah.
over into
Oh,
America
yeah.
or anything like that. And for that, and for obviously Mary, for your support, we are ever grateful for that, because with,
Oh,
put it this way, if I was sitting here talking to myself the night, there wouldn't be that many people on that was saying what's up with and the setting for the boys in the white coats. So Mary, what we'll do now, okay, is
okay.
I have talked enough. I want another couple of songs, and then we'll
Okay.
get back in for another chat. So, Mary, what are we going to do now?
Well, I am actually going to that little waltz that I was telling you about earlier that I done on Glortira.
Uh-huh.
I will do that one for you. It's a little waltz and it's called Time Don't Change a Thing. And I just grab it now. It's called Time Don't Change a Thing. I wrote it, it's one of my own songs. It was actually only 2 days old whenever it was recorded. So say I wrote it on a Saturday, I recorded it on the Monday. So it's a very
Perfect,
pretty
like a
little
present.
song. Here we go. Today a memory walked right up to me. I found it, I could barely see. I don't wonder if I'll ever see you again. You haven't changed the same as when I almost cried. You're such a sight to see. So I hold you close as you held me. You smell so good that I could hardly breathe. I've come to notice that time don't change things. It's been 10 years since I saw your face. But that was a different time, a different place. It's surprising to me how making for your touch. I want you so much, 'cause I've noticed that time don't change a thing. We went out to dinner and talked about our nights together and how time moves so fast. We've spent our lives and others do we know our time. But I've noticed that time don't change. It's been 10 years since I saw your face. That was a different time, a different place. It's surprising to me how many for your touch. I love you so much, 'cause I've noticed that time don't change. It's surprising to me I still need for your touch. I need you so much, 'cause I've noticed that time don't change. And I
The time don't change.
That hand on heart, that is the first time I have heard that, Mary,
Okay.
and that is absolutely sensational.
Oh, thank you.
That's
Oh, thank
absolutely
you.
wonderful. So it is, and that was the one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the one that you sang
Live
at
on TV.
the
Yeah.
car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you now. See if the audience had been there.
Yeah.
There'd have been roses through at you. There'd have been this through at you, and then everything through at you. You'd have thought you were Tom Jones, so don't be worrying
Oh,
about that at all. Not a thing at all to be worried about that. That was absolutely brilliant.
thank
So,
you so
Mary,
much.
I always like to find a wee bit more out on what your thoughts are, okay, in the
Okay.
process. So,
Okay.
obviously, with the music business, it's quite saturated, okay. There's so many different venues, whether it be Facebook, social media, and everything
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
Hmm.
Okay. So, two aspects of it. How have you found that social media has impacted the music side of things? Do you think it has hindered it, or do you think it has definitely promoted it in a positive way?
With me or in general?
In general, or with yourself, or any experience that you have had, just to basically say, this is your
Oh,
experience and how to convey that out to
okay.
the listeners this evening.
Right. Well, a very interesting story. Facebook for me, like I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, and I'm on Facebook. But like I said before, Keith Whitley is my number one. Okay.
Mhm.
And through the power of Facebook, I have been in contact with Keith's brother, Dwight Whitley, and his family. Keith's his guitar player. We're all friends on Facebook, and like we wish each other happy birthdays, and we comment on each other's posts and things like that. So through the power of Facebook, Keith Whitley, his family know who I am, and they know how much that I love him, and how much he means to me. And I asked. It was actually it was presented to me by a man in Donegal.
Mhm.
He said to me, "Why don't you do like a bit of a mashup with Keith Whitley? Like you sing like a duet, right?"
Yeah. Mhm.
So at home, I just done a little video of myself and with Keith, uh, just a little thing, I just recorded me and Keith singing this particular song together, and I'd cut him off, and then I'd sing the part, and then that kind of way.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I sent it to Dwight, Kate's brother. I sent it to Dwight, and I said, "This has been presented to me, and I'd really like to do it. But if you wished I didn't do it, then I completely understand."
Mhm.
And after listening to the song and watching the little video that I had made up, Dwight actually just said to me, "Mary, you have to do it. Keith would love it." So that was whenever I went into the studio and I recorded on top of Keith's voice, When You Say Nothing at All. And a friend of the Whitleys
Uh-huh.
called Troy Elder, actually, I done a green screen video of myself at home, and I sent it to Troy, and he took Keith's original video and kind of shoved me into it through green screen. And Troy actually put this beautiful little video together of me and Keith. And I had it worked down to a T, where if he was looking to my right, then I would
Mhm.
look up to the left, so that it would almost look as if I was looking directly at him and he was looking at me. Um, I'll tell you what, I practiced it so many times just to try and get, each
Yeah.
to get it just looking perfect. It's up on YouTube. It's been played on, Hugh O'Brien has played it multiple times on his Hot Country TV show. It is my most treasured possession musically. is
You love
that
it.
video of me and Keith. It is so beautiful. And you can actually, to me, it almost feels real. It almost feels like I'm actually in the same room with him. I'm actually singing with him.
Uh-huh.
You need to check it out. I think it's so beautiful, and it really, really means the world to me. But
Is it
that
all
was
right for us
also
to
kind of,
share after?
sorry?
Is it all right for us to share
Oh,
after?
absolutely.
Yep.
Goodness, yes, absolutely.
We'll
But
get it on there for you then, Mary.
that was through the power of Facebook, and prior to that, then Keith Whitley's brother family would never know who I was. They'd never know that I was just this little thing from Cullyhanna, like, who completely can be brought to tears by any song that Keith sings. Like, and I have done. Like, Keith would just start singing this song, and I'm like, I just feel everything. But I remember whenever I was small, listening to Keith, I've always said, I want somebody to listen to me the way I listen to him. I want to touch somebody the way that he touches me. Do you know what I mean? I want to connect to somebody the way he connects to me. Do you get
Yeah,
me?
yeah, I
So,
totally understand, and that goes back to the very beginning of what we were saying about is that them songs that you can just go,
yeah,
I can relate to that, I can do this, I can
totally.
do that, and
Yeah,
that's what you want, and that
yeah.
is exactly what you want, and
Mhm.
it's really good to see that it's been a real positive, because obviously there's been people have been trolled, people have been told this, and there's them comments there, but get through that negativity
Oh,
and
yeah.
look what you've been
I,
through.
I actually had a troll last week.
You're joking.
Yeah, I did. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, I had a troll last week. Nasty piece of work, nasty piece of work. And rather than saying, "Oh, you're ugly," or, "Your clothes are horrible," or any of those things, she attacked my fake eyelashes that I was wearing. But she said, like, I know it was so random, but I've never spoken to this woman ever before in my life. She just messaged me out of the blue on Messenger and basically said, those things are awful looking. And she gave me she gave me a lot of acid, like, over these eyelashes. And I said to her, I said, like, as a woman, I said, you should know better than to knock another woman's crown off. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't you don't knock somebody's crown off, just, you should just all help each other, don't knock somebody down. And she
Yeah.
just turned around and went, oh honey, you're not wearing a crown. Oh, the words. Oh Lord. But come here, listen, she actually said that she was out having dinner with 7 of her girlfriends, and they were just looking through Facebook pictures, and mine popped up. And the first thing she noticed about me was my fake eyelashes. And what she didn't say to me was ridiculous. And then she said, well, at least I didn't tell you what the men folk were saying about you. What? Gosh. Yeah. So yeah, I had my very first troll last week. Yeah.
That's
But
jealousy.
to be fair, now that really was like water off a duck's back
Yeah.
to me. But if she had have said something, oh, you're crap at singing that song, or you sound awful, that would haunt me. That would get into me, and stick with me, because that's what I'm passionate about. My eyelashes, seriously, is that the best you can do, But yeah,
See,
they're everywhere.
that's what the fear is out there, and it's people plays on that, and people get off on people
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, you're this singer, you're that singer, you can't sing, you can't do that," and then that really knocks the self confidence,
Oh,
and
totally.
and it's trying to build over that self confidence to
Yeah.
realize that. And the reason why I asked the question, Marion, is just basically to let people know is that you're always going to get at least one,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
and always build on that, and always know that's only one person, and just keep on prodding
Yeah.
on and
Well,
just
I mean,
enjoying what they're doing.
ultimately, they have the problem. It's their problem. They have an issue. I don't have no issue. They have an issue. So let them deal with it. And
If you
You know.
enjoy what you're doing, and as you come home and you put your head in your pillow at night and you go, I done a good job, then
Yeah.
you've not a thing to worry about.
Yeah.
And the other part then, obviously, then what I was saying to you about the music industry is that for new people coming in and maybe they're sitting watching this or they're watching your lives and thinking, I enjoy singing and I do that. Is there anything in the industry that you'd like to see maybe turned on its head to give maybe up and coming artists maybe that bit more of a foothold in, or is it,
I would like, me personally, because like I mean, I'm dealing with it right now, is I want somebody. I love singing, right? But I'm only after taking out an album. Excuse me, I'm only after taking out an album. It's 11 original tracks.
Mhm.
I want some of the bigger, people in Ireland to sort of listen to my songs and say, she can write a tune, she can write a song, you know.
Yeah.
I want to be listened to. And so for anybody that's coming in, I would rather somebody give you 5 minutes, just listen to me for 5 minutes rather than just shutting the door on me. Do you know what I mean? That's what I would like. I would like just just give people a chance, just a small chance. And if you don't like them after 5 minutes, well then you can move on. But don't just shut the door on them as soon as you see them coming. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've had it. Like I've went to big people and I've said, oh, I have this really really good song. I think it would suit your voice, and they're nah, just not interested because they don't know who I am. They don't know how passionate I am about songwriting and singing.
and
And
it's just to be given that 5 minutes grace.
that's it. Yes, just give me
That's all
five
you need.
minutes. And after, if you don't like me after 5 minutes, then that's fine. At least I've tried. You know.
And if you can't bid anyone 5 minutes a day, there's
So,
something
well,
not right, because I'm
yeah,
sure when
well,
you go into the shop and you're getting your milk or whatever, you don't shut the person down behind the counter. You have a bit of a chat with them, and if you can't do that for someone who's trying to
well,
benefit you,
yeah.
there's
That
something
says a
wrong.
lot about your personality, then, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
It sadly does. Stevie's made me laugh there. He says, "Never worry, Mary. They haven't a clue. I wear a cheap wig according to one." My reply
People,
was, "God, we made it."
what did he say?
He said, "Never worry, Mary. They just haven't a clue. Apparently, he wears a cheap wig, according to one troll."
oh, oh, good man, Stevie.
I would not like to see Stevie's reply, but I am sure it was brave and
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine.
So, Mary, I have had an absolute ball this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. And as I said to you at the very outset, it's just a bit of crack, bit of music,
Oh,
and
definitely. Yeah.
just to see how things are going. Have you
Yeah.
enjoyed it yourself?
Yes, I have.
Well, that's amazing.
I'm so honored that you asked me to be part of your show tonight. So honored.
Mary, as I said to you before, rise up in the nicest way. It's a pleasure to have you on, and we're thanking you to be on.
There's
So,
no need.
Mary, if there was, what is next on the cards for you? Where are you gigging? Is there an album coming out? Is there a single
Well,
coming
I have
out?
the album. The album. Oh, actually, if you could just give me 1 second, and I could just tip over to the other side of the table. I'm sitting on my kitchen table. Just give me 1 second, and I'll grab it,
You work away there.
and I'll show you what it is.
Folks, it's good to see you all in this evening just when Mary is getting the album there. So if you are enjoying what we are doing, definitely keep on clicking the like and the follow on the music room, and make sure definitely to get on to Mary Hoey's and follow her. So Mary is back with the Mary
Oh,
Hoey album, and that's
can you see
the
it?
one I seen.
Yes.
That's very,
And
very good.
the back of it, there is 11 tracks on it. All originals. There's a song on that for everybody. There's a song on that definitely for anybody, or for everybody rather. And you can request it. You can send me a message on Messenger, and and I can get one mailed out to you. So if you want one.
Will you get me one signed, please, Mary? Please.
Of course I will. Yes, definitely.
So, Mary, obviously, that's the album out there.
Oh, I'm going to
Weekends.
Scotland. I'm going to Scotland actually in October time with Hugh O'Brien to do a weekend in the Carbridge Hotel in Scotland. So I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be um my first trip out there. So I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be cool.
Perfect. And every weekend, you seem to be here, there, and everywhere. Where
Yeah.
are we this weekend?
Oh gosh. This weekend, actually, I'm in Offaly this weekend because during the summertime with the kids being off school, I did take a couple of weekends off so that I'm not gigging. I wasn't out this weekend because I wanted to,
Yes.
family time. So I'm out next weekend. I'm in Offaly on the Saturday night. And I'm lucky enough, like, I'd love to be doing more and I'd love to be doing, further afield. But like I'm usually out every Saturday night, which is, I'm happy enough with that. I'd love to do more. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to be doing a lot more, but you take what you can get and with a thankful heart, and be grateful for it. But and then the following week, then I am outside. I'm between RD and Dundalk in a little bar called Sarahins, and it's a good place to play. It's good.
Fantastic. I mean, if anyone is listening and they want to book you and get you down for some night, how do they go about doing that? Is it through Facebook or?
Contact me on Messenger. Yeah, I'm very active on Facebook, and like I have my phone with me at all times, and you can get me on Messenger at all times.
No. So if you have a night planned and you need a singer, Mary Hoey's your woman.
But make
And
sure it's country now. No AC/DC and no Metallica and none of that carry on because I won't do any of that now. No,
so
that's not for me.
we'll just make sure if it's a company night and you need a
I'm the
good,
girl.
Mary's the woman to go to. So Mary, before we wrap up this evening, 3 quick points to tell us about Mary Hoey that we don't know.
Oh gosh, that you
I
don't
don't
know.
put people on the spot.
I'm quirky. I have my quirks. I'm a bit of a dope.
Oh,
And I love to smile. I like happy. I like, I'm like a freaking Disney character. I'm just like singing to the world. No, I would talk the legs too. I would talk to anybody, and I could get anybody's life story within 10 minutes of talking to them. That's just who I am. I have a thing. It gets me in trouble sometimes. So it does.
well, I wouldn't say, but not all the time, but you never know. You never know. But Mary, what are we going to close up with this evening?
Okay. Well, do you want a fast song or do you want a slow song
Mary, it is entirely up to yourself. So
Well,
just when you're looking there, I just want to say that Karen Meadows has joined us.
yes. Hi. Hello, Karen.
Karen's joined us. Tom Moosley has stayed in. Sherry or Sher Hawks
Yes.
is in.
Yes. Hi, Cheryl.
Patrick Montaigne.
Patrick Montaigne. Yeah.
Absolutely. Mary, very well spoken. You're speaking from the heart and not the head. Fantastic. Dee Morrissey's in.
Hello.
So
I only met Dee actually the other week for the first time. Sorry?
Sorry, Mary?
I only met Dee last week. Last Tuesday night was the first time I met Dee. We were doing we done new videos in Moat, in the Welland Moat, and that was the first time I met. She's lovely.
Fantastic. Well, they're all coming out to support you tonight, and it's an absolute pleasure to say. So Stevie McVeigh is saying one of your own again, Mary, whatever that means.
Oh, can I do 2 then? Because I have.
Of course you can.
Okay,
you
because
can do the rest of the evening. It doesn't bar me.
Well, then I'm going to do 2 because like I always like to do a Keith Whitley song. So
perfect.
I'm going to do Keith. Okay.
Sorry, we missed that there, Mary.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, because my little girl, she's ringing again.
You're fine.
It's called "Don't Close Your Eyes." Keith Whitley's song "Don't Close Your Eyes."
Mary, you take it away, my dear.
Even now and more. Strawberry, when you hold me, don't pretend. You're my one. Hold me right. Maybe I've been alone, holding on all this, lying here in your arms. She's on your mind. I keep hoping someday to see the light. Let it be me tonight. Don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes. Let it be me. Don't pretend it's hurt. Darling, just one little time. You'll find out everything you know. Just hold me tight when the is around. Don't let us don't close your eyes. Let it be. Don't pretend it's a fantasy. Darling, just one last go. You are just hold me tight when nothing is right. Don't just hold me tight when nothing is right. Don't close your eyes.
That was absolutely grand. I tell you, what, we lost you halfway through, Mary.
Oh, no way.
We
So
lost you
sorry.
halfway through. So, what?
Oh,
What's not to do it again?
what's that?
Who says we can't do it again?
You want me to do it again?
Of course we can.
The same song?
Exact same song.
Okay.
Half the people here was going on. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. And this,
Sorry, so sorry. Right,
you're
right.
absolutely fine. So
We'll do it
I'm
again.
no,
We'll go
I'm
again.
home, and we'll just do it again.
No bother. All right, here we go. I know you love her a long time ago. Even now in my heart, it's someone that I know. But darling, this time, your memories die. When you hold me tonight, don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes, let it be me. Don't pretend it's so fancy. Darling, just once let your go. You find one that you never know. Just hold me tight when you love me tonight. And don't close your eyes. Maybe I've been a fool, holding on this man, lying here in your arms. No sheets on your mind. I keep hoping someday you see the light. Let it be me tonight. Don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes. Let it be me. Don't pretend it's her. It's some fancy. Darling, just one yesterday go. You find love that you never know. Just hold me tight when you love me tonight. And don't close your eyes. Don't close your eyes. Let it be me. Don't pretend it's her. It's so fancy. Darling, just once let yesterday go. You find love that you never know. Just hold me tight when you love me tonight. And don't close your eyes. Hold me tight when you love me tonight. And don't close your eyes.
I think we got that majority of that time there now.
Cool.
So it did. I think a couple of ones was just saying there, Mary. It's just it was going in and out, but your voice is carrying it on. Well, put it on through, and we'll definitely get a couple of them wee videos, especially that one there. When you if tomorrow never comes, we'll get it on. We'll get
When
a
you say
couple
nothing
more
at
on.
all.
Well, we say nothing at all. If tomorrow, wrong one.
Yeah.
Wrong one. So folks, I am going to leave you in the very capable hands to close the show this evening with the fantastic Mary Hoey. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on, Mary,
Thank you
and
so much.
I appreciate the time. I appreciate everyone staying with us. And folks, if you haven't already, get over to Mary's page, get liking and sharing. And
Thank
folks,
you.
get a wee like or a wee follow onto the page there. I am with the music room, and we have a good couple of bits and pieces coming up. I will have a bit of a announcement to make during the week, okay, about myself and the music room. So all will be revealed very soon, and we'll get talking to you later about that. And folks, all I can say is from the music room on our Monday Night Normal, take care, stay safe, and God bless. Mary, I shall speak to you later then. All right then, my dear.
Thank you so much.
Night night. And folks, this is Mary Hoey finishing off with, what are you finishing off with?
I'm going to finish off with one of my singles. It's called Rockin' and a Rollin'.
A rocking and a rolling. And I'm going to rock and roll down to the kettle, and I'm going to get myself a drop of tea, folks. Good night. Enjoy, and we shall see you soon then. All right. Mary,
Thank you so
take her
much.
away
Thank
there.
Baby, I'm a rockin', baby, I'm a rollin', baby, what can I do? It's Friday night, but you wanna spend my money, wanna dance away this blues. I'm gonna stick around, get a brand new dress, and my boots to baby, get set, baby, get set, going rock tonight. What do you I really just don't believe. Wanna let you loose, wanna shake my hand, baby, come on, you and me. Feel the space, step aside, I'm standing on the floor. I'll reach back another time, try to baby, I'm a rockin', baby, I'm a rollin', baby, what can I do? Friday night, I wanna spend my money, wanna dance with you. I'm gonna say no, got a brand new dress, baby, get set, baby, get set, roll tonight. People think it is it's really getting time to me. Radicals with them making demands and japping and me. Over the break for the kind space, so I can't get out of here. Yeah, breaks on the night show, but it's rocking. Yeah, baby, I'm a rockin', baby, I'm a rollin', baby, what can I do? It's Friday night, I wanna spend my money, wanna dance away to you. I'm gonna sit down, got a brand new dress, it's fine. Baby, it's it, baby, let's get going. Tonight. Baby, I'm rockin', baby, I'm rockin', baby, what can I do? It's Friday night, I wanna spend my money, wanna dance away to you. I'm gonna sit down, got a brand new dress, my boots, it's fine. Baby, it's it, baby, let's get going. Rock and roll tonight. Baby, it's it, baby, let's get going. Rock and roll tonight. Thank you.